let's get into the video. Aight. As you could tell by the title, today it's a dub, but it's not a big dub, so don't expect no big stuff. Okay? Okay? Okay. Alright, let's make my camera smaller. Let's get into the video. Trading View and Forex Factory. Let's get into it. Alright, so for the day, today is a Thursday. So we are looking at the news, and there is news at 2:30. If unemployment claims, core retail says this is pretty big news. We also have this crude oil inventories, but not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. Okay, so we're mainly looking at 2:30 p.m. Alright, simple. I'll remove all the drawings. Okay. So let's draw out some liquidity. So going into this day, we have some liquidity up here. Some pretty strong drawn liquidity up here. And we have lows down here. But other than that, on the 4 hour, there's nothing, because this is, let's go lower. This high is prior, right? No, this high, you see, this high was made during the session. I mean, you could put this high, we can put this high, but it's not as strong as it may look on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it looks like a strong high, but it's not. Because going into market open, it was just made, right? Like, there's not a high accumulation of liquidity there yet. Alright, so on the 1 hour, we had some liquidity here, I remember, and some here. Now, let's look at the S&P real quick. We have a similar thing with the 4 hour liquidity over here. And we have these liquidity places, which I marked out already before. Yep. No, this is wrong. This should be here. Alright. So let's go into market open now. What happens? Wait, I'll delete. Nah, I'll leave it. It's fine. What happens when market opens? Wait, no, actually let's look at news. News came out at 2:30. That's here. And this candle. And the news was bullish. Actually quite bullish, but the reaction in the market wasn't big, as you can see. Like these three candles, not very big. So we are okay. Like yes, there's some reaction, but not a big one. It's okay. So going into market open, what do we get at the very beginning of market open? Shit's the bed, right? Now on the S&P, we had already swept this liquidity in the London session, but on Nasdaq we didn't, and we still haven't swept this liquidity. So this could be seen as like a 4 hour SMT, right? You could see this as a 4 hour SMT now. I mean, then you didn't know, but now you can see it as a 4 hour SMT, you know. But we're not trading on the 4 hour, we're trading on the 1 or 5 or maybe 15 minute. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So yeah. So basically market opens and we shook the bed, and I got like a huge deja vu from yesterday because the same thing happened, and that's where I missed my trade. If you saw yesterday's video, I mean today's video, I posted the same video today, but we basically had the same thing, market shoots the bed, okay? But this time is different because this time we actually had a 4 hour uptrend, a daily uptrend, a 1 hour uptrend until this candle closed. So we had a lot of uptrends. So I was much more ready to go long in this scenario than the last one. So that's what I did. We swept this liquidity. We also swept this liquidity down here, which is pretty strong liquidity. This is 30 minute. Oh my god, okay, it's not even 30, okay, it's 15 minute. Here, this liquidity. We swept it on this candle. So let's go to the 1 minute. Let's see how I entered. So I entered off a simple breaker structure. Now, was this right? Was this wrong? I'd say it was the safe option. It was the safe option because if I enter off the breaker structure, I was looking at the RR and it wasn't too bad. 2.9, not too bad. And I had already seen that there was, I'm pretty sure, yes, there was an SMT divergence because these lows that I marked out before, at that time they hadn't been swept yet, I think, right? When was that? That was on this candle, 3:30. Yeah, on the S&P they hadn't been swept yet. So I saw that as an SMT divergence, and I entered off this. What? Why did it disappear now? Oh yeah, because we're on this. I entered on this candle with a pretty big stop loss. I could have, in hindsight, I could have entered off of either this order block, or I could have entered off this basically as well, and I would have been tapped in here, and I would have had a much better risk to reward ratio. I mean, from 2.9, look how this little move down made a much better risk to reward ratio. 2.9 to 4. But I didn't do that because I was scared. And I mean, it's the safer option because you still have the same stop loss, right? You still have the same stop loss down here. Yes, you make less money, but you don't risk not entering the trade at all. Like, I just wanted to enter the trade. Like, I didn't care if my stop loss or if my risk to reward ratio was slightly worse. So that's why I entered. So I enter here, and now comes the more interesting part of this video. How did I set up my take profits? Because I was profitable for today. So I will show you that now. I will remove these lines because they're in the way. So I learned recently about standard deviation. I won't explain how it works in this video, but I will show you how it works. So basically, we draw a line from the most recent low to the most recent high, which is here. And in this zone of, there's too much stuff going on. In this zone of 1.5 to 1 to 1.5 is where you should take your profits, but it needs to align with other things. So obviously, let me close this for now. We have this massive fair value gap here, right? And like, how do you market take profit in this? What do you do? Do you do like a middle of the fair value gap? I mean, you could do that, but I don't find that as that useful. I think it's better to do an equilibrium array, or profit, what is it called? Profit discount array or whatever. See where that lines up in the fair value gap. Of course, it lines up here. And then you see if your standard deviation from before lines up. So that's to here. And as you can see, it lines up just almost within this standard deviation. I mean, if just barely, okay, just barely misses it. But anyway, I set my take profits like here. As you can see, got entered this candle. Let's see the exact one for like 5 seconds. Yeah, I basically exited at the top. So that was actually a really good exit for me. But then I moved my stop loss to break even. So I took profit at like here at 1.05 risk to reward. I took maybe 40% of my position because I wanted to push all the way to these highs, then take 40% here, and then leave the how did I just do that? What? I don't know how I did that. And then take the rest of my profits on this high. I was hoping this high to get swept. Did not happen. Instead, we only made this small leg instead of this huge leg. This huge leg. And yeah, did I lose money? Nope. I still made money. Let's see how much I made. 518, and then I lost 10 when I closed the rest of my position. I mean, money is money. I'm not gonna complain. I can't be making bands every day, you know. It's okay if I make half a band. And making, what is this? This is like 0. Let's calculate. Let's calculate. Let's calculate. Oh, I don't even have my calculator in my quick access. Calculator. So we have like 508, I guess. That's how much we made today. Divided by how much was our account worth at the beginning? 113. 246. So times 100. Today I made 0.44%. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's not bad. Where did my calculator go? Ooh, look at this smooth thing in the background. Alright, if I make 1.044, I think it goes like this. To the power of 150. Oh, that's actually not a lot. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Huh. I was expecting it to be higher. Wait. No, I did this right. Okay, well, it's not as good as I thought it was, but it's okay. We good. Alright, just close it. Okay, but we still made money for the day. It wasn't a terrible trade. I could have waited. My boy said that he took a trade. He probably took a trade somewhere here, my boy. I'm not gonna say his name. Here. I mean, the reason he took it there is not because he's smart or anything. No, sorry. Not because, like, he just thought that the market opens at 4, so he took his trade here, which I mean. But he couldn't have made that much unless he kept his position for a long time, which I don't know if he did, I didn't ask him. But he could have made a 2.2 risk to reward ratio, which is not too bad. It's pretty decent. So, yeah. I could have waited, but I wouldn't have. How could I have foreseen this happening? Probably the fact that, I mean, this is why I don't understand about S&P divergence. Okay, so we sweep liquidity on NASDAQ, right? We swept it here in this candle. We don't sweep it on the S&P. So according to S&P divergence, we're supposed to see a trend reversal to the upside. But in my mind, I'm like, well, S&P still wants to sweep this, so we're not going to see a trend reversal until S&P sweeps this, which is exactly what happened. S&P does sweep it later, then there is a break in structure, and then there is the leg up. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't understand trading. This is why trading is luck, and this is why you shouldn't trade, and why you should just gamble. So, next video, we're gambling roulette on Plinko balls with 40 on red and 50 on black. So come tune in for that. I have to get my gambling license first, and then I'll just put my life savings on red. Alright, peace out, baby.